morning and welcome, my friends. Yes, another early morning edition of the Flipside coming your way. It is Tuesday, February the 25th, a little after 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Getting ready for another interesting day in the financial markets. Although there's some economic data that is being released today, I think all eyes and attention are going to be focused on various Fed officials who will be making speeches, not only today, but the rest of the week, culminating, I guess, with the big one on Thursday when Janet Yellen gets to give her testimony before the Senate. It's been delayed ever since she gave her testimony before the House because of the weather in D.C. However, nobody really expects her to say anything different than she said before. Currently, as we speak, we have silver trading just under $22 an ounce. Gold has been bouncing around most of the morning. And currently is on the plus side. And with a little bit of luck, we will break through 1340 with some conviction. Currently it's at 1338.90. I can only assume, judging by the bounce in the VIX this morning, that there's a lot of nervous Nellies out there. There's no question that something is bubbling under the surface. I wish I could tell you exactly what it is, but one can only assume everything that we have heard about the events unfolding in the Ukraine, one can discount because we definitely are not getting the true facts about who's doing what to whom. I have posted on my webpage today some follow-up articles on the mysterious suicides of a number of J.P. Morgan employees. I also have got an interesting article in who are the 7 nations in the world that are buying the most gold. And for any of those of you who've listened to me over any extended period of time know that I have always had a respect for the opinions of Richard Russell, affectionately known as the godfather of newsletter writers. This man is a 60-year market veteran. He has pretty much in his lifetime seen and experienced everything there is to experience in this crazy world of finance. And so when Richard Russell comes out and says the world's about to witness the terrifying effects of hyperinflation, it only makes good sense to pay attention to what he is saying and prepare accordingly. In today's edition of King World News, he says, I have been noting the prices being paid by the wealthy 5% of Americans and by foreigners, and it may be a sign of things to come. Is the $19 billion that Facebook paid for WhatsApp a hint of future prices? It occurred to me that the extraordinary prices being paid by today's wealthy could correspond to the hyperinflationary prices that we will see 3 to 5 years in the future. Thus, I think today's wealthy are establishing the hyperinflationary prices that we may see in all items during the next 3 to 5 years. If this is true, we should see the entire stock market moving higher as it discounts future hyperinflationary prices. If hyperinflation is to be our future, the one tangible currency, gold, should be the best protection. If hyperinflation is in our future, then gold and the stock market should now be discounting it. The fact that we have not had a 10% correction in the stock market since 2011 speaks of the stubborn bullishness of the stock market. And if I am correct in that hyperinflation is in our future, we should shortly see new highs in various stock market indices and a further parade of record prices for tangibles at auctions making the news. Also, if hyperinflation is in our future, then gold and silver at today's prices are dirt cheap. In my 65 years of dealing with markets, I was always dealing with fair supply and demand markets. The Fed's manipulation of the markets upsets the old rules of supply and demand. I believe that when the primary bear market breathes its last, the U.S. public will be furious with the Fed. And sometime in the future, the Fed will be perceived as a menace to the nation and will be abolished by an act of Congress. Nobody wants to obviously deal with the reality of what living in a hyperinflationary environment will be like. However, you are about to experience the real world reality of increasing prices. As a matter of fact, I was almost floored last night when Brian Williams on the NBC Evening News Show dedicated an entire segment to warning folks across the country that their next visit to the grocery store, they will definitely see substantially higher prices for fruits and vegetables, thanks in large part to the drought in California. They will also discover higher prices for beef as cattle farmers not being able to afford to feed their livestock are sending them to the abattoirs early. But I think the first thing that most people are going to notice right off the bat is going to be the sudden spike you will see in the price of milk. On my webpage today, as I said earlier, you will find the Richard Russell article about the world's about to witness of the terrifying effects of hyperinflation. Also, you will discover the 7 nations that are buying the world's gold. A informative article together with a video from David Morgan talking about silver and where he thinks silver prices are going. On this afternoon's edition of the Flipside over on the micro effect, I'm going to be dealing with a subject matter that I have put off dealing with for some time. Just because I know the players involved, and it's unfortunate that it is no longer the purview of a few disgruntled clients, but a major West Coast coin dealer, it seems, has run into some major difficulty, and it illustrates once again the importance of who you do business with when it comes to purchasing physical gold and silver. And I guess I can leave this particular broadcast by simply saying making the decision to buy gold and silver is without question the easy decision to make. Who you buy it from is probably the most important decision you can make. And let me say that both Jeffrey Bennett and myself are proud of the record that we have of delivering physical gold and silver to many of our listeners over the decades with not one single complaint. And so if you have a question, you can call and speak personally to either Jeffrey or myself at 855-289-7587. If you would like to do it via email, on my website at robbyknoll.com, right underneath the banner for Flying Eagle Gold and Silver, you will see a email connection to either Jeffrey or myself. And yes, believe it or not, we do respond to inquiries via email. So if you have a simple question or are looking for a price, give us a call. Well, my friends, till this afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, let me encourage you to switch over to the Micro Effect coming up at the top of the hour. Jeffrey Bennett, Life, Liberty, and All That Jazz, followed by Roger Stokes, Jack Blood, Roger Sales, broadcasting live from Argentina, and then yours truly at 4 p.m., broadcasting live, as usual, from Rosarito Beach, Mexico. Till then, see you, bye.